Good morning, everyone. Every morning is a new opportunity, a fresh start, and a chance to create a life filled with meaning and purpose. But before we face the world, we must first face ourselves. What we tell ourselves in the morning determines how we navigate through the rest of the day. So today I want to share 9 powerful things you should tell yourself every morning, not just as words, but as truths that shape your life. The power of self-talk is one of the most influential forces in shaping our mindset, behavior, and ultimately our lives. Every morning before stepping into the world, we have a conversation with ourselves, whether we realize it or not. This internal dialogue sets the tone for the rest of the day. But if we begin with words of encouragement, belief, and positivity, we empower ourselves to move forward with confidence. Our mind is like fertile soil. Whatever we plant in it will grow. If we fill it with words of self-doubt, fear, and insecurity, we cultivate a life limited by hesitation. But when we feed it with affirmations of strength, growth, and resilience, we create a foundation for success. Science also supports this idea. Numerous psychological studies have shown that the way we talk to ourselves directly impacts our performance, emotional well-being, and even physical health. Positive self-talk has been linked to lower stress levels, higher self-esteem, and greater problem-solving abilities. Most people, however, fall into the trap of negative self-talk without realizing it. Thoughts like, I am not good enough, I always mess up, or I can't do this, may seem harmless, but they shape how we perceive ourselves. These repeated statements become subconscious beliefs influencing our actions, decisions, and even relationships. That is why being mindful of our internal dialogue is crucial. Every morning, before the noise of the world takes over, we must take a moment to program our minds with empowering words. I am not good enough, say, I am constantly learning and improving. Instead of saying, I always fail, remind yourself, every setback is a lesson that makes me stronger. Instead of, I can do this, affirm, I have everything I need to succeed. These small shifts in language create a ripple effect, gradually transforming our thoughts, behaviors, and ultimately our reality. The power of self-talk is not about ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It is about choosing words that help us navigate difficulties with courage rather than fear. It is about focusing on solutions instead of problems. It is about being our own biggest supporter rather than our harshest critic. When we start the day with positive self-talk, we not only uplift ourselves, but also influence those around us. Our energy, attitude, and confidence become contagious. We radiate optimism, inspiring others to believe in themselves too. We radiate optimism. To pause, speak to yourself with kindness, encouragement, and belief, because the words you choose today will shape the person you become tomorrow. Gratitude is the foundation of a fulfilled and meaningful life. Every morning, before we get consumed by our to-do lists, responsibilities, and worries, we must take a moment to acknowledge the blessings we already have. It is easy to focus on what is missing, what is wrong, or what needs to be improved. But when we shift our perspective to gratitude, everything changes. Gratitude is not about ignoring life's difficulties or pretending that problems do not exist. It is about choosing to see the good even in the midst of challenges. It is about recognizing that no matter what we are going through, there is always something to be thankful for. The simple fact that we woke up today, that we have another opportunity to live, to grow, and to experience life is in itself a gift. Yet we often overlook these small but significant blessings because we are too focused on what we lack. Science has proven that practicing gratitude daily improves mental and emotional well-being. People who make gratitude a habit experience lower stress levels, better sleep, and an overall more positive outlook on life. When we start our day by focusing on what we have rather than what we don't, we cultivate a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. We stop seeing life as a series of obstacles and start appreciating it as a journey filled with opportunities. Many of us think that happiness comes from achieving more success, more money, more recognition. But in reality, happiness begins with appreciating what we already have. How often do we take simple things for granted? The roof over our heads, the food on our table, the people who love and support us, the ability to see, hear, and move. These are things we don't always acknowledge until they are taken away. Gratitude reminds us to cherish these everyday miracles. One of the most powerful ways to practice gratitude is to make it a morning ritual. Before reaching for your phone, before allowing stress to take over, take a deep breath and think of 3 things you are grateful for. They don't have to be big things, even the smallest blessings matter. Maybe it's the comfort of your bed, the warmth of sunlight streaming through your window, or the fact that you have another day to chase your dreams. The more you practice gratitude, the more your mind will naturally focus on the positives in your life. Gratitude also shifts our relationships. When we appreciate the people around us, we become more present, more loving, and more compassionate. Instead of focusing on what someone lacks or how they have disappointed us, we begin to value their presence and the role they play in our lives. A simple thank you or a genuine acknowledgement can strengthen connections and bring more joy into our interactions. Life is not perfect and it never will be. But when we choose gratitude, we choose to see the beauty in imperfection. Every morning, remind yourself, I am grateful for this new day. Because when you start your day with gratitude, you create a life that feels rich, not because of what you own, but because of what you appreciate. Challenges are an inevitable part of life, but how we perceive them determines whether they break us or build us. Every morning, as we step into a new day, we must remind ourselves that challenges are not barriers, they are opportunities for growth. When we start seeing struggles as lessons instead of failures, we unlock our true potential. Many people fear challenges because they associate them with discomfort and failure. However, the greatest lessons in life come from the most difficult experiences. Think about it. Whenever you have faced hardships in the past, haven't they taught you something valuable? Maybe they made you stronger, wiser, or more resilient. Maybe they helped you discover new strengths you never knew you had. The truth is, every difficulty carries a hidden gift, the opportunity to grow into a better version of yourself. Most successful people did not reach their achievements by avoiding challenges. They embraced them. They understood that obstacles are not stop signs, but stepping stones. When we face difficulties, we are forced to think differently, to adapt and to improve. This process of overcoming adversity strengthens our character, builds confidence, and prepares us for even greater opportunities. If life were easy all the time, we would never push ourselves beyond our comfort zones, and without growth, there is no progress. One of the biggest mistakes we make is thinking that struggling means we are failing. In reality, struggling means we are trying, learning, and evolving. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me, we should ask, what is this trying to teach me? Shifting our perspective from frustration to curiosity allows us to approach challenges with a mindset of learning rather than defeat. Think about a tree growing in harsh weather conditions. Strong winds may bend its branches. Heavy rains may shake its roots. But with every storm, the tree grows deeper and stronger. Similarly, every challenge we face is like a storm that forces us to grow. It teaches us patience, resilience, and the ability to rise again. Without challenges, we would remain the same, never discovering our true strength. We allow fear of failure to stop us from taking risks or pursuing our dreams. But failure is not the opposite of success. It is a part of success. Every mistake is a lesson. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. The key is to keep moving forward, no matter how many times we stumble. The only real failure is giving up. When we start our day with the belief that challenges are opportunities, we approach problems with confidence instead of fear. We stop running away from difficulties and start embracing them as part of our journey. So each morning, remind yourself, whatever comes my way today, I will face it with courage. Every challenge is shaping me into a stronger, wiser, and better version of myself. Because once you adopt this mindset, nothing in life can truly defeat you. Self-worth is the foundation of confidence, happiness, and success. Yet, so many people struggle to believe that they are enough. Every morning, before facing the world, we must remind ourselves that our value is not determined by external validation, achievements, or comparisons. We are worthy just as we are. Society often conditions us to believe that our worth is tied to what we accomplish, how we look, or how others perceive us. We are told that we need to be more successful, more beautiful, or more talented to be valued. But the truth is, our worth is not something we have to earn. It is something we inherently possess. You do not have to prove yourself to anyone. You do not have to meet unrealistic expectations to be enough. You are worthy simply because you exist. Many people fall into the trap of seeking validation from others. They base their self-worth on the number of compliments they receive, the approval of their peers, or the recognition they get, but external validation is fleeting. If our confidence depends on what others think, then it will always be unstable. The moment someone criticizes us or fails to acknowledge us, our self-esteem crumbles. That is why it is essential to build self-worth from within. One of the most powerful ways to do this is through self-acceptance. Embrace your strengths, but also accept your flaws. You are not perfect, and you do not have to be. Perfection is an illusion, and chasing it only leads to self-doubt and frustration. Instead of focusing on what you lack, focus on what makes you unique. Celebrate your individuality, your experiences, and your journey. The world does not need another copy of someone else. It needs the most authentic version of you. It is also important to set boundaries and recognize that your worth is not dependent on how much you do for others. Many people tie their self-value to being useful, constantly sacrificing their own needs to please those around them. But true self-worth means knowing when to say no. It means prioritizing your well-being without feeling guilty. You are not selfish for taking care of yourself. You are simply respecting your own value. Negative self-talk is another major obstacle to self-worth. The way we speak to ourselves matters. If you constantly tell yourself that you are not good enough, not smart enough, or not capable, you will start believing it. Replace those thoughts with affirmations of self-love. Remind yourself every morning, I am enough, I am worthy of love, success, and happiness. When you speak kindly to yourself, you train your mind to see your true value. Your worth is not defined by your past mistakes, your failures, or the opinions of others. It is not measured by your social status, your job title, or your bank balance. It is something that comes from within, and once you recognize it, no one can take it away from you. So every morning before stepping into the world, remind yourself, I am enough. Because once you truly believe it, nothing can shake your confidence. A growth-oriented mindset is one of the most powerful tools for personal and professional success. Every morning before stepping into the world, we must remind ourselves that each day is an opportunity to learn, improve, and evolve. No matter where we are in life, there is always room for growth. And adopting this mindset can transform the way we approach challenges, setbacks, and even our own potential. Many people believe that their abilities, intelligence, and talents are fixed, that they are either good at something or they are not. This is called a fixed mindset, and it limits personal development. A growth-oriented mindset, on the other hand, understands that skills and intelligence can be developed with effort, persistence, and learning. It shifts the focus from I can't do this to I can't do this yet. The simple act of believing that growth is possible opens a door to endless possibility. Every mistake and every obstacle is an opportunity to grow. Instead of seeing setbacks as signs of incompetence, a growth mindset sees them as valuable lessons. Imagine a child learning to walk. They stumble, fall, and get back up over and over again. They do not see failure as a reason to stop trying. They see it as part of the process. But as we grow older, many of us start fearing failure. We hesitate to try new things because we are afraid of making mistakes. This fear holds us back from reaching our full potential. When we shift our perspective and start seeing challenges as stepping stones rather than roadblocks, we unlock the ability to push past our limits. One of the key aspects of a growth-oriented mindset is the willingness to step outside of our comfort zone. Growth does not happen when we stay in familiar, safe spaces. It happens when we take risks, try new things, and challenge ourselves. Whether it is learning a new skill, speaking up in a meeting, or pursuing a dream we have been putting off, every step outside of our comfort zone expands our potential. The discomfort we feel in those moments is a sign that we are growing. Another important element of a growth mindset is embracing feedback. Many people take criticism personally and allow it to discourage them, but constructive feedback is one of the greatest tools for improvement. Instead of seeing it as an attack, we should see it as a gift, a roadmap for becoming better. The most successful people in the world seek feedback, learn from it, and use it to refine their skills. When we approach each day as an opportunity to grow, we stop fearing challenges and start embracing them. We stop avoiding failure and start seeing it as a lesson. We stop doubting ourselves and start believing in our ability to improve. Every morning, remind yourself today is a chance to learn something new. Every challenge I face will help me grow. I am not limited by where I am today. I am capable of becoming better. Because when you choose a mindset of growth, success is not a question of if, it is only a matter of when. Self-belief is the foundation of every success story. Before anyone else can believe in us, we must first believe in ourselves. Every morning, before the world places its doubts, expectations, and pressures upon us, we must remind ourselves of our strength, our capabilities, and our potential. The greatest limitations in life are not the ones set by the world, but the ones we place upon ourselves. When we believe in ourselves, we create a mindset that fuels resilience, determination, and confidence. Many people hold themselves back not because they lack talent or potential, but because they allow self-doubt to control their actions. They convince themselves that they are not good enough, that they do not deserve success, or that they are bound to fail. These beliefs are not based on reality. They are created by fear, past failures, and external opinions. But just as negative beliefs can limit us, positive beliefs can empower us. The moment we decide to trust in our abilities, we begin to unlock possibilities that once seemed unreachable. Self-belief is not about arrogance or thinking that we are better than others. It is about recognizing our worth and knowing that we are capable of growth and achievement. It is about understanding that failure is not a reflection of our worth, but simply a step in the learning process. The people who achieve greatness are not necessarily the most talented or intelligent. They are the ones who refuse to give up on themselves. They keep going even when faced with obstacles, criticism, or failure. One of the most effective ways to build self-belief is through action. Confidence is not something we are born with. It is something we develop through experience. The more we step outside our comfort zones, take risks, and challenge ourselves, the stronger our belief in our own abilities becomes. Every small success builds momentum. Even when we fail, we gain valuable lessons that contribute to our growth. Another way to strengthen self-belief is through positive self-talk. The way we speak to ourselves shapes our mindset and our actions. If we constantly tell ourselves that we are not good enough, we will act accordingly. But if we remind ourselves of our strengths, our past achievements, and our ability to overcome difficulties, we build a mindset that supports success. Every morning, instead of allowing doubt to take over, we must affirm, I am capable, I am strong, I have what it takes to succeed. Surrounding ourselves with supportive and uplifting people also plays a key role in building self-belief. The voices we listen to daily influence our perception of ourselves. If we are constantly surrounded by negativity and doubt, we begin to absorb it. But when we choose to be around those who encourage and inspire us, we reinforce our confidence. Believing in ourselves is the first step toward achieving our goals. No matter what challenges we face, no matter what others say, we must hold on to the belief that we are capable of greatness. Every morning, we must remind ourselves, I trust in my journey. I have everything I need to succeed, because when we believe in ourselves, there is nothing we cannot accomplish. Every morning is a new beginning, a fresh opportunity to shape the day ahead. The way we speak to ourselves, the mindset we choose, and the beliefs we hold determine the course of our journey. When we start each day with gratitude, self-belief, and a growth-oriented perspective, we empower ourselves to face challenges with courage and embrace life with purpose. The world will always have its obstacles, uncertainties, and doubts, but our response to them is within our control. When we remind ourselves that we are enough, that our struggles are shaping us, and that we have the power to grow, we break free from limitations. We stop waiting for external validation and start recognizing our own worth. Success, happiness, and fulfillment do not come from a perfect life, but from a strong mindset. The key lies in our ability to rise after every fall, to appreciate what we have while striving for more, and to believe in ourselves even when no one else does. Every morning, we must make a conscious choice to feed our minds with positivity, to step outside our comfort zones, and to embrace challenges as stepping stones to greatness. No dream is too big, no challenge too difficult, and no failure too final. The only thing standing between where we are and where we want to be is our mindset. So, every single day, before stepping into the world, remind yourself, I am strong, I am capable, I am enough. And today, I will make progress toward the life I deserve. Because once you truly believe it, there is nothing that can stop you.